Hi, it's Lisa from Shimmergirltalks. And I know that I am a day late and a dollar short, but I would like to talk about that girls' trip. I saw it a couple of weeks ago, and before I saw a lot of comments, mostly negative, a lot of mixed feelings about the movie. Um, but I wanted to watch the movie myself before, making an opinion about it. I saw the movie. I liked the movie. I do see the pros and the cons of the movie. Some people might look at it as it's just a movie, get over it. People don't want to see black women have fun. I get it. But unfortunately, this movie, it did have a lot of stereotypes in it. And a lot of times for us, there are some people who the only exposure that they have to black people is what they see in the movies and on TV shows. And should we care? No. But at the same time, we don't want that to be the narrative that people um, necessarily think of us, whether we should care about it or not. Stereotypes do hurt, particularly if you're not a stereotype. You can be grouped together simply by association or whatever. So I did write a blog. I'm going to share it in the link about the movie, but let's go ahead and talk about the pros. The movie was funny. It did have a few laugh out loud moments for me. I enjoyed seeing four beautiful black women coming together in sisterhood, educated, they're living life on their terms. And it was fun to see the 90s throwback. I was a young lady in the 90s, so the music was kind of, brought back memories and, that time frame, with Martin and living single, stuff like that. Even though that didn't wasn't shown in the movie, but it just reminded me of that, you know, time in my life. The cons for me, um, it was actually more cons than it was pros for me. The cons were the age appropriation. I didn't think it was cute at all to see 40 something educated black women being irresponsible about sex and drinking. Not cute. Some of the lingo I felt was for the younger generation. Um, I spend a lot of time on certain social media sites, and it's a lot of 20 somethings on there. There are also people my age too, but it's overwhelmingly 20 somethings, probably even teenagers. So some of the language is, I don't want to say it's foreign to me, but it's definitely not of my generation. And I found that these women used it quite a bit. So for me, that just wasn't realistic. Um, the swearing. Now I know that's commonplace for a lot of homes. It's never been an issue with me. I didn't grow up in that environment, but it is what it is. But I just thought I would mention it. Some people might not want to hear it. So I ultimately gave the movie 4 out of 5 stars. I'm thinking maybe more 3 out of 5, but you know, it's something. If you want to see it, go see it. Just take it for what it is at face value. Have your laughs. Try not to take it too seriously. There are, again. Oh, there was something else. The manless trope. At the end of the movie, none of the women had men, and that's a subject that I plan to write on at a later date. But I'm kind of tired of a lot of the tropes for black women in movies. If we're slaves, we're asexual, we're the manless token black friend, um, And I just didn't like how, I mean, and some people might say, well, what's wrong with being single? What's wrong with not having a man? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that.